So here I am. It's been a while. I've got a few pickups here to show you. I got some Blu-rays, I got a complete series. I got a DVD documentary, and let's get to it. So here we are, and I apologize for not being on in a bit. Work has been kind of crazy lately. The last week, my better half, she was out of town, and doing a conference, and usually that's when I get on here a lot. But I've been feeling sick and under the weather, and really haven't had a lot to show you guys, to be honest with you. So I've been waiting till I got a couple things so that I can actually have like more than one thing to show you. It's that time of year when finances, you gotta keep them on a little bit on the down low. So we grabbed a couple things. I don't think I've shown these off yet. A couple I got today, a couple I got early last week, and around that time. So at my local Dollarama, I love documentaries, and I may have shown this one off before. I'm not sure if we did or not, but I had to grab Constance Mark's movie, Being Elmo. I actually saw this one on Netflix, I think Netflix or Hulu, one of it, and I really, really loved it. I heard there's other ones coming out, like Being Big Bird and all that. If there are, I will definitely want to get them all. This is Kevin Clash's story, though, the guy that did the voice of Elmo, and goes through the whole thing. Of course, his life was, but it is a great, great documentary. Was a big fan of Clash, and the work he did with the character of Elmo. Was sad to see what happened afterwards. But hopefully Kevin Clash is still doing well and doing awesome. So Being Elmo was actually pretty cool. Next up, I grabbed my childhood. Basically, literally, this is a show that I watched all the time. And when I was a kid, I watched it. I watched all the reruns of it. As I got older, I still watched it, and I found myself very relating to the main character, in a way, because I was a young teenage girl, hungry boy type of thing. So yeah. So grabbed Three's Company, the complete series. And hopefully this is the one I showed up before. But so it's done in sets. So the first seasons, or 2 seasons, or 1 and 2 are here. So you can see like early Jack, Janet, and Chrissy. There's pilots on this of the show, basically before the girls, Janet and Chrissy, were cast, and they actually had other actresses on there. There's 2 extra pilots. We got like a bunch of features on every one of these here. Of course, the first season was only a short season, around like 6 episodes. Then all the other seasons go to like full length. But we have like crazy features. First pilot, John Ritter, always leave them laughing, a documentary on John Ritter, blooper reels, audio commentaries, 8 Years of Laughter, tribute to John Ritter, Best of Janet Season 2, Best of Chrissy Season 2, Best of the Ropers, trivia games, a bunch of stuff. And this is an Anchor Bay release, by the way, just in case you're wondering. We have seasons 3 and 4. 4 being one of my favorite seasons because that's the one that had the girl in it. Oh God, what's her name again? I will totally cheat by looking on here and saying it. But what's her name? I know that the actress's name, but she acted in a bunch of soap operas. She was God at the time, Anne Wedgeworth. But I think her name is Lana. Yeah, it's Lana. They don't show it anywhere, but I'm pretty sure it's Lana. So season 3 and season 4 were like great seasons. Season 4 had like some of the more classic episodes of Three's Company. We got stuff like The Loan Shark was a really good episode. There's just, oh God, where's the one? There's Handcuffed was pretty cool. The New Neighbor, where they introduce New Landlord, where they basically introduce one of the best parts in the series, and that's Mr. Furley. Don Knotts. He's just amazing. Just so many great episodes in this one here. Camping We Will Go is my favorite episode of this entire series. It's basically Jack is exhausted. All he wants to do is sleep. He's been working all week. He's been studying for tests at cooking school. He just wants to go home and rest. Then Larry gives him the opportunity to go up to a cabin to go to sleep. He thinks this is awesome. Nobody will be around. I'll get some rest. Larry's got a girlfriend that he's told that he's kind of fibbed, like Larry always does. And tells basically that Jack is a big like movie commercial. Like he's a commercial producer, produces commercials. So there's this girl coming up all the time, like randomly saying commercials to Jack. Lana shows up, and with of course Mr. Furley follows, and then we also get the girls show up as well in this very tiny cabin. There is a great, fantastic, amazing scene, worthy of Chaplin, with Jack in a hammock. If you haven't seen it, really look it up. The only time you would see this good physical comedy again was probably, I think it was in the 6th season, when Jack basically, he got over flying. He takes some, basically takes some pills with alcohol, and he gets really stoned when he's going to a party with Janet, and it's really, really funny. Here are seasons 5 and 6. Season 5, I think, was one that had Chrissy Snow's cousin. I really had a big crush on her at the time, Terry, and then there's Terry as well, the nurse. She would be coming up for the last few seasons, and Terry coming into the show would also mark the idea of her of the darkest scene with Jack. Basically, Jack has met Terry as a nurse that had to give him a shot, and he doesn't really want her moving in. That being said, he really is. They have a party, like basically for coming in to discourage her from moving into their apartment as their new roommate. He tries to to be a bit of an ass to her, and it comes off as very dark and very mean and very, very, very out of character for Jack. It was like a shocking thing to see at the time. If you've watched the series, then you probably know what I'm talking about. He's really, really mean, and we really don't like his character at that point. And of course, this show actually went on for 8 seasons, so seasons 7 and 8. By this time, they had they had the formula down right from the beginning. They knew exactly where they were going to go with the show. They had to revamp it when the Ropers left after the 3rd season to do their own series, the Ropers, which I did like and I would like to see on DVD. And after this, they would do another series called Three's a Crowd, which sucked ass, but I'd still like to have it just for completism reasons. And again, every one of these here had the best of the characters, depending on the seasons, like best of Janet, best of Larry, best of Terry, best of Jack, best of Furley, all that type of stuff. So there's always these compilation things on there. There's always these tributes to different people, like the Knots. There's blooper reels. We got audio commentaries on these. So these things are stacked full of stuff. They did a great job. The only thing I wish they would have put artwork on the DVDs, but they're pretty plain like this. But at least they're not flipper DVDs or anything like that. So the fact that these sets were put out originally in these kind of these paper cases type of thing. These were finally put out all again with all the features included. The only thing that you would be missing is that the original Anchor Bay releases it has a 2-page or 4-page write-up from basically from a book that was a Three's Company book that was done, and it was extremely interesting. So if I ever find them for cheap, at a Salvation Army or anything like that, I'm definitely going to buy them just to get those paper things that they put in there. It's kind of like when I had all the when I upgraded my James Bond set. I got rid of my other James Bond sets, but I kept all the ultimate the booklets that were in there. So that being said, let's get on to the DVDs. My better half picked up, and I'm so glad she did, the fantastic film Airplane. This is actually one of my favorite comedies of all time. There's a really interesting thing in here called the long haul version. So basically, you'll see features and stuff and interviews and deleted scenes and all that. Not the normal way they show it here, actually. What they do for this one, where's my little knife that I normally have here? Strange. My knife has been moved. So, I'm going to try and open this up. And what they did was they took the long haul version, where basically there'll be parts in the movie, and all of a sudden it'll go to kind of these interviews and deleted scenes that'll just come in the middle of the film. There were different companies and stuff that actually kind of played with your format. Not a lot of companies kept it up. They just would put them all in a separate section so people could get to them. I was a really big fan of when companies would do this. It would make me go back and experience movies in a different way, and I like that. So, Airplane, one of the top 10 funniest movies ever made. I would completely agree with that. See, we got Lloyd Bridges on the back there. Robert Hayes. Got Julia Haggerty. And we got, of course, Leslie Nielsen, who was not known for comedies at the time. They weren't sure if Leslie Nielsen was going to be able to do a comedic role like this. He'd mostly been known for like straight roles, and but Airplane was kind of like made fun of the disaster airplane crashing movies of the time. But most specifically, there's a book called Flight into Danger. A lot of people did it in school. I did actually, and if you read Flight into Danger, it's like a straight version of the movie Airplane. Very cool stuff. There's a ton of great features on this. The audio commentary with is you know, it's going to be fantastic because it's Zuckers, Abrams Zuckers. So their commentaries and stuff are always amazing. And what I'm opening up right now, Saturday Night Fever. I finally have this. When I was into acting, one of the very first things that I did was I had to send out a demo tape to for some different roles I was going for, some different soap operas and some different movies. So I sent out a demo tape, and one of the things on that tape was a scene from Saturday Night Fever that I did, and another one was a scene from the movie Rocky. And it helped me, well, get a couple of roles that I ended up not doing because I was in school and I couldn't get away. But Saturday Night Fever is a favorite of mine. Basically, it encapsulates that time in your life when everything outside looks fantastic. John Travolta is, you know, he's young, he's good looking, he's an amazing dancer, everything should be fantastic, the rest of his life is crap. And but outside, everybody thinks his life is wonderful. They just think that, you know, he's got it all, and they don't really get that Travolta's just desperately looking for direction and meaning in his life. It is one of the most real, raw, realistic films about youth and about just growing. It's like an S.E. Hinton novel with disco music. It's so well done, and Travolta is so underrated in this film. This is a really great portrayal. It's a hard portrayal too. It's something that really has to cross a line. There are times when his character has to be very not unsure of himself, unlikable at times, misogynistic, all things that you normally hate this character for. And some people, when they first see the movie, will definitely not be a fan of his character. But you learn as you go through, and as you grow older, basically, what exactly his character, what it meant, and why we had to see his character in these darker spots. We had to see this character pushed into an unlikable, it was a very realistic, real portrayal of an adult male in that spot where everything looks fantastic, but inside you feel like everything's falling down around you, and everybody's felt like that. I felt like that. I felt that as a teenager. I felt like that as an adult, and it's a movie that really means a lot to me. It hits me in the heart, as my daughter would say, because it hits my feels in many ways, and it makes me think of different points in my life, even recent stuff, and it makes me want to hold my kids a little bit tighter, because I know that these are things that they're going to go through. Everybody goes through, and you get over and you succeed. Hopefully, all of you guys do that. If you're here, see this movie, he made it. Life was crap, but he made it, and it's okay. It's okay for life to be crap, and it's okay. I don't want to be all speechy, but you know, I love this movie, and it hits me in some very, very deep, rough spots, and it's got some great features on it. Let's go there. We'll talk about the features. It has like commentary with director John Badham. He's not usually known for doing great commentary, so I'm not expecting a lot out of the commentary of this one here. Catching the Fever is like a 59-minute, it's broken up into different segments. You know, with the legacy, making the soundtrack, all that type of stuff. That's a fantastic soundtrack. A great, great soundtrack. Dance Like Travolta, I got to see that, because when I was a kid, I learned disco before I learned any other dance, really. My mom and my stepdad at the time, they had like this double disc LP you know, they're coming back in now, guys. You know what these are. And it was like Learn Disco. And so it had all these disco songs on it. And it had like this kind of book on the inside of the LP. And it would teach you like these like, different moves, like the Funky Chicken, and just all these different disco moves. And I was learning. I was like trying so hard to learn all this. Like I was doing all the disco stuff. And well, what happened was disco went out, and I didn't even know it. Yeah, so I was learning all these moves. There's my kitty cat in the background. Well, one of them anyway, right? She likes to look out the window. See, she's very enamored with the window, aren't you, Smokey? Anyway, yeah, I learned disco, and then disco was dead. So, with the new movie out, I thought I'd pick up the Steelbook. It was actually very inexpensive at Walmart, so you might want to check it out. And it's actually a gorgeous Steelbook, and it is for Zoolander. My better half, at times, just to tease me, well, actually, that's one of her nicknames for me, just to when she thinks I'm being stupid. When I'm saying something, I'm just like, oh. Or when I'm looking in the mirror too much. You know, note to self, always bring knife along. But then you're thinking, how would I be able to show off my manly ability to... Now, is this the thing on here? I'm going to keep the sticker thing, because I think that might be the thing that I got to bring to the theater. I'm not sure. I'll know when I go to the inside anyway. So, here we go. Here's the Steelbook to Zoolander. It's the blue Steelbook. I'll take off this here. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more to life than being really, really ridiculously good looking. This is awesome. I am loving the Steelbook. Yeah, that this here is definitely the $8 movie cash, because there wasn't anything on the inside of it. So, let's see one of Zoolander's poses. Surprised they didn't put like a digital copy and stuff like they usually do with these things nowadays. It says digital HD, but I'm seeing digital HD in here. Unless there's like something that I don't know about, I forgot plugged in maybe. So here's the Blu-ray. There was an addition to this that came out at Walmart apparently. It had the Steelbook and like a headband or something like that, which I thought was hilarious. But it is a gorgeous Steelbook. This is way even better looking than I thought it was. Maybe it's because it's Eric Zoolander. It can be ridiculously good looking. This is really awesome. I'm very impressed with this. I almost never picked this up, but I do like the movie Zoolander. That was really fun. So there we go. Not a lot of pickups. I apologize for that. And not a lot of, you know, normally you see me come on here as Arrow stuff or Scream stuff or stuff like that. But I'm getting into my, trying to catch up on with some of the stuff that I really want to put in my collection. And here they are. Oops. Here we go. Try it again. There. Thank you so much for watching. I will be on here hopefully again soon, because when I was at the store, I also bought some cereal. Batman cereal and Superman cereal. And I'm going to try them for the very first time. Yeah, I am. On here. And, God, I hope they're good, because marketing tie-in cereal, not always the best experience. Thanks for watching. For me right now, really it's time for tea. And have a great night. Enjoy your Saturday. I am out of here.